Sabers. I'm Holly Fabry, your ASB president.
And I'm Jean Manzano, your ASB vice president. Welcome back to another episode of Saber News. We have some exciting announcements today.
To start off, do you remember last week when we gave you examples of how to be prepared according to Saber Pride? Well, this week we are moving on to the letter R.
The R in Pride stands for respectful. Let's see some ways how you can be respectful at school.
Those are some talented actors. Speaking of talent, up next we have our field reporter Tabitha Kruger with some info on our upcoming talent show.
Do you have a cool talent? Do you want to show off your amazing skill? Then a talent show is the thing for you. Sign-up started Thursday last week. You can find them in Mr. Katzig's room. Tryouts are on December 10th, 11th, and 12th after school from 2:35 to 4. Up next we have our Saber Showdown. So let's bring out our contestants.
Good game. That's 5 more points to add to the Saber Pride Cup. This week we have decided to add our Saber Pride card winners to the Saber News. If you hear your name, you will get your prize on Tuesday during your 5th period class. Our winners for this week are Esther Goy for being engaged,
Elizabeth A. for being engaged,
Rowan for being prepared,
Presley A. for being engaged,
Hosti S. for being engaged,
Sinette for being engaged,
Jess for being engaged,
and Camden for being engaged.
and last but not least, Abigail A. for being engaged.
Up next, we have some news about our new season of sports. Here's your reporter with the story.
Hey Sabers, as you probably heard, we have started our new sports season this week and games are starting. On Thursday, we have a boys soccer game, a girls basketball game, and a wrestling match, all at Sumner Middle School starting at 3:30. Then on Wednesday, we have girls basketball, wrestling, and boys soccer all at Mountain View, and again starting at 3:30. We hope that you can make it to these events. If not, make sure to support our athletes by wishing them good luck. You got this, Sabers. Back to Holly and Jean in the studio.
Thanks, Diego. Up next, we have our president and Mr. Scott.
Hey Sabers, Holly here. Today I'm with Mr. Scott, our 6th grade science teacher on Team Glacier.
Hi Sabers!
And today we'll start off our interview with some questions. Our first question is, what college did you attend?
I went to several community college on my way to UPS, and then I graduated from UPS with a business degree. And then I worked in the private sector for a big company, and I went back to school. When I went back to school, I went to the University of Washington and got a degree in history and economics. And then I got a master's degree in teaching at PLU.
Wow,
So
quite a journey.
It was a long, long trip.
And why did you decide to teach at SLMS?
Well, my favorite teacher was here. I actually went to school here in 1970. Let me see, just a second. 5 and 4. This is my MVP trophy from baseball from 1976. So anyway, go ahead.
So why did you decide to teach?
The reason why I taught here is because my favorite teacher taught here, and I went to school here. So I worked in the private sector for about 15 or 16 years and got tired of working there and wanted to do something that was a lot more rewarding. So I always wanted to be a school teacher, so I quit my job and went back to school and said I'm going to be a school teacher, and I loved every minute of it.
Is there someone who inspired you to be a teacher?
Yes, his name is Roger Miller. He was a 7th and 8th grade health teacher, and he was a crazy guy. He taught, he coached baseball, and he taught, different health classes, and then he ended up being a PE teacher, and he retired probably 10 years ago or 12 years ago or something like that. No, I guess it's been 15 years, but now he subs in the district, and I still see him on occasion. But
Cool.
He's awesome.
And what is one embarrassing moment you have had in or out of school?
I don't really embarrass easy, except I could probably say back when I was in high school, I ran for an ASB office, and it was the first time I had to speak in front of the whole student body, and they put me up there and handed me a microphone and said, you have 2 minutes or something. And I know that I was really, really nervous, and that was probably the most embarrassing thing because I kind of stuttered a little bit and stuff, and I wasn't used to speaking in public. So that was probably the most, but I'm usually I don't embarrass very easily, so.
Getting up there is very nerve-wracking.
For sure.
And what is your favorite sport?
I have 3 favorite sports: baseball, soccer, and football. I would say baseball is my lifelong passion. I played it all through school, and then I ended up coaching it after I got out of high school. I still coach baseball and soccer, but I love watching football on the weekends too. So I played all those sports when I was growing up, and I love them all, but I would say baseball.
Cool. And if you could be any animal, what would it be?
I would definitely be a penguin if I could be any other animal, for 2 reasons, right? They're super social. They're always around other penguins, and I love being around people just like a school teacher does. We got all these other penguins running around here, and the second thing is they always get to wear those cool tuxedos, and I love wearing dress clothes like that. So.
And what is your go-to joke?
Well, I got a couple of them. My first joke would be, do you know what they call lice in a bald man's head? Homeless. And so I have another joke. So my hair started falling out when I was probably about 35 to 40 years old. My hair started falling out, so I started shaving my head, right? But I always wanted to keep my comb around because I just couldn't part with it. That was funny.
Nice hair jokes. And if you could have a different career, what would it be?
If I could have a different career, I would probably make movies and combine movies and music, because I love doing videos. This last summer I spent probably 500 hours making a video for my granddaughter's first year. So I took 2,000 pictures of my granddaughter, and I put all these songs to it, and I made an hour-long video for my son and his girlfriend. So, and we still have it. It's awesome. But I love doing that kind of stuff. So.
And our final question is, how many years have you been teaching at SLMS?
I've been teaching here this is my 15th year. And that's how I know Roger Miller retired 15 years ago, because at his retirement party, they recruited me to come to work here. So this is my 15th year, and I actually went to school here for 3 years. So this is my 18th year at Surprise Lake. So.
Wow. Well, thank you for that. That's our interview today with Mr. Scott.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wow, Mr. Scott, thank you. Don't forget that this Friday, as always, is a Saber Spirit Friday. So make sure to wear something supporting SLMS to earn your grade 10 points.
This is the end of the episode of Saber News. On behalf of Evelyn, Amaya, and Jean, I'm Holly Fabry, your ASB president, signing off.